Hello there, my name is Retro. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, all something computer random. And today I'm gonna talk about Creepy Charlie new set of blog she dropped in Thursday, May 19, 2022. And this one was sort of kind of different than the rest. This one's sort of more kind of too real for me, not words, because you do hear this type of stories of a real life. Kids going on an adventure and never coming back. Yeah, it's one of those that it's just sort of well done, but at the same time it's sort of kind of creepy. And also, I'm not sure this part will come out in the new 6th episode of the season, so I want to cover up just in case they even reference it, because Creepy Charlie is dropping a lot of ghost types. I mean, she has a sort of categorize what type of ghosts exist on villainous, and I will talk about that next week because that deserves its own video. But out of that, let's start with this last blog called "Something Aberrant Happened Under Your City." What would they think if I told them that something terrifying is happening right now under their feet? And I do not mean paranormal entity passing between their knees or something space locked in their own home. I'm talking about something different than that. Maybe something in the sewers of the city, or maybe far darker. Outside of conspiracy theories or urban legends, this about to tell you something is testimony and evidence, and something extremely dangerous and terrifying about to happen in the sewers of Crystal Cove. That name sounds familiar. It's because that's basically the home of Scooby-Doo. So yeah, just a little FYI. Let's continue. It turns out a group of friends had no better idea for a Friday night than to go on a urban exploration in a way that considered at the time the idea of a ordinary. Any simpleton without imagination will go to a explanation to plan to strike a abandoned factory or a demolished hospital. But only a champion of daring and irreverent would think of going off the complex inhospitable sewers of the city. Those that moored the sewers would seem catacombs of memorial times. Everything was ready. The 4 friends will carry everything they need not to get lost or stay dry and safe on their way. One of them, the most courageous of the group, decided that would be an excellent idea. Already inside the sewers, after they traveled a far length in the sewers, started announcing his presence, singing loudly, almost like shouting out loud. His friends had a lot of fun with that action. Surely they will frighten any identity vagabond orphan who decided to be in that place abandoned by needless and light. Only one of the members of the group thought that was a very bad idea. It didn't take that long to test his theory. And that is in that moment and the other, something paranormal happened. The lamps and the cell phones was taken down. In that instant, everyone was mute. So, the guys who thought it was a bad idea for his friend to floss like a bully listened to him. They were whispering voices, the same to be worried there was a guy with them. One voice more than whispered, "I spoke correctly. We can lead them out," said the voice. At that moment, the prudent boy ran out of the direction he believed was where they had entered. He swears that he saw his friends follow him out of the maze, but he was wrong. He says he could feel them present and see them sideways. And what happened in the splash his feet made when he displayed in the wet, muddy terrain. Already outside the sewers, throwing off the thrill of the chase, he realized he was the only one outside of the maze. There was no sign of his own friends. The young man gave test report of what happened, and the police report attended what happened in that moment. His friends were never found, and he developed survival's guilt, traumatic of the trauma he has. Bitter react that he has act fast enough to help his friends or able to find his friends. Who knows? By the way, despite the fact his cell phone was already turned off before he ran away, threatening escaping, it seems that a photo be reappearing in his gallery of the moment he was believed his phone was turned off. But the voice he heard, he thinks is the image will pop out in the photo of his cell phone turning off of the moment. Now the photo is down below. They zoom it closer and you see the creature that the boy took a photo by accident, and he seems he's not a very nice guy because how the image and the design of the creature, yeah, it's a guy that you probably will not see tomorrow if you meet him in a sort of shady place. Yeah, 100% sure we all know what happened to the kids. Yeah, they're not gonna come back anymore. Anyway, there's still some more information down below. Let me start reading. There are many theories emerged from this story. From the low astral identity that lurk in the darkness of the sewers, and they have been formed by all the filth and water that have entered the pores of the city, or to a group of villains, organization, some nefarious meaning for unknown nature, but that is important enough to silence anyone who endangers the condition mission. Now, with all the things, I'm going to reframe the question. What would you think if I told you that something terrifying is happening right now under your feet? Now that's basically it. Now, I think this is meaning one major thing. They're about to meet Scooby-Doo because they say Crystal Cove. That's basically the original city of Scooby-Doo. So I'm guessing you gotta pop out in the new 6 episodes. If it is, will be a big thing crossing over to Scooby-Doo. Of course, that's pretty normal because Andy, the creator of Villainous, has a sensitive to cross over so many shows. So it would be pretty normal, but also be pretty epic if he does actually accomplish that crossing with Scooby-Doo. Now, anything else, what the story tells me that the kids probably did get captured by normal villains, nothing like evil, supernatural, anything, because it makes more sense if this is Crystal Cove, so it probably did capture someone, but probably still be alive in Crystal Cove, at least for now. But of course, that's sort of theories that pop out of my head because it says the most possibility. Maybe we'll meet the kids later on in the series. I don't know. Now I have one question. How you felt about this new blog, this new thing that Crispy Charlie pop out? You think it's interesting? Could be possibly pop out the show? Yes or no? You have your own theories? Tell me down below. Let me know. And right now I got really nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.